Okay, all right. So here we are with the creators and organisers of Reading Rising. We have Joe, we have Sarah, we have Aaron Iley, that is. I'm going to be calling him Iley for the duration of the interview because, of course, we've got Aaron Prime. And it's going to get confusing otherwise. So, hello, guys.
Hello.
Hey, hello, everyone.
So, thanks for joining us today. We would love to know more about Reading Rising. So tell us how the whole thing came about.
Me and Aaron always been going to Face Bar since we were little grebes, since we were like 15, 16 years old.
Little grebes?
Grebos.
Grebos.
Oh.
Boys. Emos. Okay. And then, they had loads of cool bands play back in the day. Reading used to have a really good metal scene. We had Silosis, Viatrophy, who is Rainlord, Craig Reynolds, who plays drums for Stray from the Path. He was in Viatrophy. We've had Lone Atlantis come through, Bring Me the Horizon. There's a story about Ollie Sykes breaking one of the ceiling tiles in Red Room and they never fixed it. Anybody who was doing bits came through. I mean, we were a little bit young, so we missed someone like the Architects and Bring Me and all that. But basically, we always wanted to do a weekend festival. We talked about it in the early days of doing the band. And then in 2018, thought, let's give it a crack, do a day festival and see where it goes. And just growing it from there, to be honest. And it's grown. Obviously, COVID was a bit of a difficult time, but we've come back swinging and got back to where we were. So happy days.
So how many years have you been going for as a festival?
7 years. I think this is
This is number 6, isn't it?
Number 6.
Yeah,
right.
18, 19, 22, 23, 24, and obviously this year.
Yeah, there's a bit of a plague at one point, wasn't there? So we had to delay one.
Yeah.
Bit of a...
We
can't really have a festival during a plague.
So I'm just looking back at previous lineups. We had Defences at our very first show.
Brilliant.
Listel opened one of our stages.
They did. It was their second gig, wasn't it? And you look at them now.
They were the first Reading Rising band. They were the first one that played.
Wow,
that's good.
As everything unfolds as well, we had them 2018, I think it was.
Great band. Yeah.
And they were kind of like sub-headliners, I think, weren't they? So it is cool to see the bands that Aaron and Joe have booked kind of doing well.
Some good taste in your bookers. That's what you want.
Very good taste. Got your finger on the pulse there, Joe. You know what's good, baby.
Hopefully.
Yeah.
But you're in a band, aren't you?
Yes.
Yes.
Was that a part of the whole Let's Put a Festival
Yeah,
on
so
idea?
I think part of the motivation is, I'm sure people in bands will appreciate this, is there are certain aspects of the music scene where you don't always get to play with the bands you want to play unless you've had a beer with the right person, if that makes sense. You could be fucking incredible, but if you don't know the right guy, you ain't getting that gig. It's just meritocracy is less of a thing. So certainly in our area, we were struggling to get shows with some of the cooler bands. So we were like, fuck it. If you can't get the opportunity, make the opportunity happen, right? So if we start booking the cool bands, then we will play those shows because we've booked it. And that's just something I generally do. I wanted to work in music, so I started a music school. If other people won't give me the chance, I'll make the chance happen.
This is it. It's a very competitive industry with lots of people wanting to do stuff. And I've also found in my line of work that, you have to make your own opportunities. So I'm fully on board with you on that. I completely understand why you've gone down that route. This year, we're not far away from the actual festival, are we?
No, 3 weeks today.
Are you ready?
Yeah.
If it was tomorrow, would you be able to put it on?
No. Not quite that ready.
Now, Sarah, you look very organised to me. You just give off that sort of vibe.
It's a fake.
So-
it's a front.
Are you sort of are you like a sort of backbone of Reading Rising?
I'm just do stuff behind the scenes. So
I
things
see,
like
I see.
Connor's the branding, all the posters, the media and everything. That's all Connor. He's got an amazing eye for detail. He's just told me as he left what shades of purple I need to use on various things. So
Wow.
no, I'm just behind the scenes. I'm doing like the artist lanyards. I'll sort out hospitality
great.
upstairs, and I will be on the doors meeting and greeting everyone. So
That was a very humble explanation of what you do there, Sarah. You're an unsung hero. Like you know, you always look after bands. You know that. You know it's
Thank
really,
you.
really good what you do. So
thank you.
thank
I
you for everything you
appreciate
do, mate. Yeah,
That's all right. It's a pleasure hosting you guys. To be your well, third time at Face Bar, won't it? But second time
Yeah.
for us. So yeah.
We're always looked after though. So thank you for that.
Oh, thank you. I mean, I have to say, Joe, you were talking about Face Bar. It is our home from home, and I'm a middle-aged woman, but I've been to gigs on my own at Face Bar, and it's just feels like home. And I'll walk into a gig at Face Bar, and I'll see half a dozen people I know, and I'll get a massive hug, and just everyone makes you feel really welcome there, and the staff are fabulous.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's cool to kind of support the venue, and obviously supporting venues at the moment is important, isn't it? Too many of them are closing, so
Absolutely.
The mad thing is, like, pretty much, I worked out that when Reading Rising happens this year, I'd have literally been going to Face Bar around that week or two for half my life.
Wow.
I was like, that's mad. Like, yeah, it is home from home. It's our place.
it is.
So let's talk about the lineup then. You've got 2 days, you've got 2 rooms, 22 bands, and 0 clashes. I don't know how you've managed that, but let's talk through the lineup. Let's start with the Saturday.
I've got the posters on the wall, right. We got Still Remains, Devil Sold His Soul, Continents, This Dying Hour, Compounds, Cool and Garth, 2 Year Break, Crushed by Waves,
Legends.
Way!
Royal, In Air, Cypher, and Volumia. And then on the Sunday, it's the 16th, we've got Millie Manders and the Shutter, Hawks, All Ears of Val, Rex, Fountain Island, and then in the Down for Life stage we have Waterlines, Overthrown, Forlorn, Scatter the Tribe, and Within Reach.
Wow. That's quite a lineup.
Absolutely stacked, isn't it? It's phenomenal booking this year. I'd just like to say, I don't mean that in a condescending way or anything. I think you've booked an incredible weekend this year.
Joe does a great job of booking, and he mixes it up really well with kind of out of town bands and local bands. It's good to give kind of local bands the opening slot.
It is a collaborative effort for sure. Like, you suggested quite a few of those bands, and I mean, like, oh yeah, that works this year. Sometimes it doesn't always work for this year, and then we'll use them for next year. So yeah, it's a collaborative thing. Yeah.
And you've got 2 rooms. You've got the Red Room and you've got the Blue Room, which is the Down for Life music room, I suppose. Tell us how that came about.
Well, so
Go on, boy.
I'm going to start off slightly boring and end up slightly more fun. So something that I've looked at for a little while is kind of ways of kind of spreading the reach and increasing the revenue of the festival. So if you look at something that small events don't do particularly well, but the larger events do really well, is they have event sponsors and collaborators and stuff like that. Which in principle, even from like a knowledge sharing point of view, is a great idea, because I think it's an absolute dickhead thing to do. Do you think you're the smartest person in the room? There's always someone who's going to know more than you about something. So getting more information is like a fantastic idea. So it's something that we've looked at in the past. Like I think one year we had like a small like media sponsor, like an online blog thing, which was cool. And then like one year, like a local studio provided some gear for us, and that was kind of a sponsor, but I never really managed to like develop it as well as I would have liked. And, maybe part of that is because we simply weren't offering enough to warrant being sponsored at that point, because maybe the lineups weren't quite as, Rich said, like this one's a particularly good one. So as part of that, it was something we had in mind, and then Marianne from Down for Life kind of spoke to us at the end the festival last year and was like, I'd love to be more involved. I think it's a great event. And we were like, okay, cool. And kind of, something that stuck in my mind. And then I think I might have mixed you guys actually, Aaron, at Face Bar.
Yeah, we had a chat, didn't we?
We had a nice chat. That was cool. And then Marianne kind of mentioned it again. And I was like, okay, cool. Let's make this happen.
She's very persistent, is Emma.
Yeah.
She's a persistent lady. She's very good. She gets what she wants, though, doesn't she?
Yeah, well, I was going to say, to be fair, as much as earlier I was kind of not whining, but kind of suggesting some stuff in the industry isn't how I like, I really appreciate the fact that I feel like she's being honest with me. I feel like if she thought I was being a knob, she would 100% tell me, and I love that as a quality.
Yeah.
And luckily, so far, she's not told me that I've been a knob, so hopefully I'm doing okay.
That's what she said to me.
Yeah, anyway, so the kind of Down for Life collaboration came from that kind of idea. It's something that we've wanted to do for a little while, and then we spoke to Marianne. She was interested in working with us. We like a lot of her bands. We love the work she does, and she obviously liked what we did. So we kind of spoke about having that kind of event collaboration, which is cool that it's worked out really well. Something that we're kind of really happy with this year. It's kind of supported what we're doing. She's got a very similar ethos to us about making sure stuff is done right, making sure it's like good people as well as good music.
She knows
for
her
sure.
stuff,
She's definitely kind of suggested a few ideas, which is stuff that we hadn't really considered before. And I hope that it'll help us kind of grow. And it's back to what I was saying about, don't think you're the smartest person in the room. There's probably always someone who knows more than you about something. There's always someone you can learn something from to make stuff better. We're hoping to announce a Red Room sponsor, hopefully next week as well, which will be really cool. I don't want to say it just yet because I just need to sort the money thing out.
Sure.
Which is obviously normally the thing that people get upset about. So, yeah, hopefully we'll have another sponsor sorted for next week.
And talking of money, how much are people paying for tickets?
£27.50 for day tickets, and then it's £40 for the weekend tickets. It'll be a slight markup on the door, so if you want to get a ticket, get in advance because they do go off sale. I have a feeling we're going to pull them off sale like maybe 6 o'clock the day before, because it just means that we got time to print off the list and things, Sarah, right?
Yeah, sounds right. Means I get to have my ticket list in my booth when I'm on doors.
It's incredible value for money. Absolutely incredible. 40 odd quid for a 2-day indoor festival with no clashes, and
some great
bands, great little venue. I mean, it's absolute. You could charge a lot more for it.
You're basically making money there, aren't you? You've made money. It's fucking no-brainer. You need to hurry up and buy them tickets because that is a fucking steal. That's awesome. I think that's really, really cool. A really, really fair price for what you're getting, and not only are you going to see some good bands, you'll meet some good people. It attracts the right people, doesn't it? So you'll have a good time no matter what.
Thank you.
So that is Reading Rising at Face Bar, which is in Reading, RG17JE, if you've got a sat-nav. And 22 bands over 2 days, no clashes as well, which is quite an achievement in itself.
Well done. That's give the people what they want, people. That's the one.
There's enough time, like when one band finishes in one room, to go for a pee, get a beer, go into the other room. That's all you need.
Absolutely.
It's all with the consideration of music lovers yourselves, isn't it? You need a beer in between a set, and you need to go to the loo. So that's clearly a well thought out, an intentional thing. So people will appreciate
also,
that.
from my nerdy point of view, because of the room swaps, it means that every band gets a proper sound check. So it's not one of those festival rush jobs where the sound engineer is still trying to ring out the mic or work out who's doing the lead parts or whatever. Every band will get like a proper changeover time to make sure they've got their sound and their set. Which I'm sure, Aaron, you must have done festivals, right, where you get about 30 seconds in your changeover and you just kind of have to hit and hope.
Yeah.
And it's not ideal.
Yeah, line check. It's not. Sometimes not even that. Sometimes not even line check. Sometimes it's just like, right, we're on, and let's just go. And you just pray to the music gods that you don't fucking sound like shit. So yeah, I mean, it is what it is. So it's very good that you're actually giving bands that sound checks. It makes all the difference, you know. We want the songs to sound good for us people watching, and I'm sure that people watching would want to see the band sounding and you know, doing the best that they can for you, so they can put a proper show on. So that's
especially
important.
you and Joe as singers. How can you possibly give your best if you have anxiety about stuff working before it starts? Like, as a vocalist, you need to be like in the right mindset, right? Like, you can't do that with any worries.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, you know, how much Guinness can I possibly drink before a set that would allow me to feel comfortable enough without a sound check? So if that won't have to happen, thank God.
So tickets are available through skiddle.com, and you're searching for Reading Rising 2025. And you're all over the socials as well, aren't you?
Yes.
Yeah.
So give them a follow and keep up with what Reading Rising is doing there. Just want to say a huge thanks to Sarah, Aaron, Iley, and Joe for all coming on to FestPod today to talk about Reading Rising. We will see you there.
Thank you for having
Thank
us.
you.